That's it. We're on sports. FIFA, Madden, anything?
Oh yeah,
I saw a little video. So it was through a Connect, and it was absolute bullshit because the guy it was talking commands. It was the subbing on people. It seemed pretty cool because you sort of say, yeah, I want to take off this guy. I want to put this guy on, rather than going through the whole menu system, and it takes quite a while. But then somebody, I think in the video I saw, the guy swore and he got booked for it.
Oh yeah.
Swore on Connect and then he got booked for it.
I was gonna say you don't need that in a game, do you?
It's like, that's really pointless. It really did.
It just annoys me because now when I spank my brothers, they'll just swear at the TV to get all the players sent off and quit the game.
They'd lose the game by default to piss you off even more.
Yeah, like when you're playing someone and like they're losing, so they try to hack all your players.
Yeah, I'm the worst for that. I really am bad for that. I'm tempted to buy FIFA this year.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I didn't buy FIFA 2012, but I've played it enough, and it is a definite improvement from like 2011.
Yeah.
And 2013, as far as all the Connect stuff goes, I'm meh on the whole thing.
Yeah, but if it's the same as 2012, I haven't got a FIFA in like 5 years. I want one because I do enjoy playing it. And...
Yeah, although it doesn't have that sort of like it's like a collect top trump style.
Saw that. That sounds really weird.
That it's been going this year. I know one of our friends plays it.
Yeah, and I was saying about there was some super rare pack on there recently that was 100% or something.
What annoys me about those people is that they go on about how nerdy other games are, and some of them spend real money on buying booster packs on their imaginary game. It's just like.
So they're still playing Pokemon then?
Yeah, they're still playing Pokemon, and they moan at other people who are actually playing Pokemon.
It's pretty funny. I'm tempted to buy it next year.
Yeah, I think I'll probably buy it when 2013 comes out.
Yeah, might as well.
There's 2 other shooters I want to get through, by the way. One being Medal of Honor, which all I have to say to that is failing franchise is failing. And to be honest...
Is it using Frostbite, the Battlefield engine?
I
the
think
new engine?
So.
Possibly.
Not entirely sure. You can look that up if you want.
It'll be you can put little annotation on the thing saying.
Yeah.
The Battlefield engine, Battlefield 3 engine is like the only good thing about Is the best thing about Battlefield. Everything just felt fluid.
And it feels quite visceral. That's what I like about games. Like when they really sort of put you in it.
Yeah, everything.
You can't see me right now, but I'm really animated.
Like, my hands everywhere.
I don't know. It's been going downhill ever since that Medal of Honor where you have to parachute in.
You just sat there just shooting people as they.
Because there's no bullet drop or like Battlefield, you can just literally plow people out of the sky.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's like one of the old school shooters where you could just literally sit the other side of the map and just pistol people.
Yeah. Although, the thing is, one of my first sort of Call of Duty Medal of Honor-esque, like World War II shooter games I played was a Medal of Honor Rising Sun.
Yeah, I remember that.
That game, spent so many hours. Iwo Jima Field.
I'll tell you what I want from a shooter now. I want them to make another sort of Team Fortress 2 kind of style.
What do you mean, cartoony, or do you mean the gameplay?
Shooter that doesn't take itself too seriously.
Oh, okay.
It's only cartoony, but not grey.
You should have had a go on Gotham City Imposters.
Yeah, I should have done actually. I would have enjoyed that. I might have to download that soon actually.
It is pretty fun, but it's one of those things where you know the problem with first person shooters for me is these days is that if you buy a first person shooter that isn't Call of Duty, the likelihood is your friends won't have it, so you just end up going back to Call of Duty.
I know, I can imagine that.
Unless you got something like Halo. I mean, like most people will have a Halo game. I don't know if you still have Reach, but I do.
Yeah. I mean, I prefer Halo. I think for multiplayer, Halo 3 was better than Reach. Yeah.
Everyone always says that to me, but I quite like having a jetpack.
I mean, it's fun having a jetpack. Flying around's a bit of fun, but it really, I don't know. I preferred Reach.
Yeah, no, I can understand how it can annoy people, but I don't know. It's because it's a simple gameplay mechanic, isn't it? People enjoy that because it rewards skill.
Yeah, you get.
And it still does. It's just that there's ways for people to sort of work around it. You know, if someone throws a grenade at you, if it sticks to you, just hit the floor with your hand.
It's a bit sort of weird.
Yeah.
Halo 4.
Halo 4 is the game, like the single player is looking really good, in my opinion.
I'll admit I didn't play through Reach's campaign.
I did. It was.
I played through Halo 3, I played through Halo 2, played Halo 1 campaign.
Halo Reach was like sort of. It was okay, but it wasn't sort of memorable. It's never like in Halo 3, you know, where you're driving at the end trying to jump over everything.
That was one of my favourite moments just in a single player campaign ever.
Will you make that last jump? No, I've jumped too far to the left.
It's so frustrating.
Oh, I've exploded and I have to load about 10 minutes back.
On the hardest difficulty. Just get to the end and you fuck up that jump.
It's so annoying because you have to somehow fight your way through everything again.
I just remember that just being such a painful time.
But I like it when it's hard, because what's the point of having an easy game? Do you know what I mean?
I hate ending battle. The worst thing in games for me is when you play through a game and then the boss battle ends up being a lot easier because you've, like in RPGs, by the time you get to a boss battle, you've got everything upgraded to the maximum, and they haven't really catered for that to make.
They haven't scaled the boss properly. You mean?
Yeah. By the time you get to the boss fight, you've got everything maxed out and you can just piss on them.
Yeah, it's like that for like a lot of RPGs, isn't it?
Oh yeah. It's like I can't remember. I'm trying to think of some examples, but there's been a few. There's been a few games like that. Things like Crackdown. You get to the boss and you've got this freaking.
You're Superman already.
Yeah. Or Prototype.
Yeah, that's the one that came to my mind. Prototype.
When you get that whip thing that just sort of tears.
I like the.
Miles away.
I like the really long arm, but at the end of your arm's like a boulder, and you just swing it around in a circle.
It just sort of made it a bit easy.
Do you know what I mean? As soon as you unlock the whippy sort of abilities in that game, then it was easy.
Yeah, they should have made some more harder enemies to counter that.
Yeah,
and that's what I want in a game: harder enemies at the end of the
game.
You
want a harder game, basically, just in overall.
Yeah, I mean, easy to start with, to suck people in.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring Darksiders up as well, because the game wasn't particularly hard, but if you put it on the hard mode, it became quite a challenge because it had good puzzles as well. I like a good puzzler sort of game, and it was like Zelda if he'd been dragged through hell.
Zelda if it had been dragged through.
And it was awesome because you just played as this massive dude. You had to try and figure out your way through your puzzles, and at the end of the puzzles, there was often a humongous boss which you had to figure out how to kill. And I really enjoyed that, and I imagine Darksiders 2 will be more of the same. I know the storyline's different. You play Death now, and it happens before the events of Darksiders 1, so before the angels and the demons are all fighting on Earth. But
war comes down.
Yeah, before war comes down and, you know, wreaks havoc.
I've never played through Darksiders, but I remember you banging on saying how amazing it was.
I really love games like that. That's why I enjoyed playing like the Zelda games and all that kind of stuff, because I like a puzzle.
Seeing we're talking Nintendo, there's a hell of a lot of Nintendo games going around.
The Nintendo conference. Thing is, I like that they're trying new things. It's just I want them to be careful. They're trying to spread themselves a bit too thin, going with this hardcore casual gamer audience. Yes, but you know why? Because they had some of the best games ever, and now they still have the best games ever,
franchises,
but
yeah.
it's the
In Mario, Zelda.
there's only so many times you can make new levels for Mario. Do you know what I mean?
Well, now they've gone to like they keep scaling Mario up. They've now up to Galaxy.
Yeah, I know.
Go from Galaxy.
Mario Universe.
Mario.
I'm just hoping they've done away with those stupid friend codes as well.
Yeah, it's so much simpler.
If you could just add people, be done with it.
A gamer tag, sort of thing, or just a name.
Yeah.
What else have they released with the Wii U?
Pikmin 3, which I am actually that's the one of those things that I would consider buying the Wii U for.
I loved Pikmin 2 on the GameCube.
Pikmin was so ridiculous.
It was GameCube, wasn't it? It was amazing. I loved it.
You and like 50 lemmings.
It's such a cutesy little game. It's so much fun.
Oh, there's a frog. Quick, sacrifice all my men.
I'm tempted to buy it for that. I probably will buy it eventually, but...
Fight for me, you little red things. You too, you little blue ones.
Just chase them all down.
Sometimes I just used to hate it as well, because you'd be walking along and then out of like grass would come one of those like massive like guys, and you're like, run away, and like half your people would get chumped.
It was... I can't wait. I'll play that game.
You know how at the end you used to like go up in your ship, and then if some of your Pikmin didn't get in time, those little monsters would come along and just chomp them. You feel so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Poor little Pikmin.
Obviously, there's a new Mario game been released with the Wii U.
Yeah,
It's the same. Is it just a repeat of?
It's just Mario for the Wii U. No.
It's the same as the one for the Wii.
Yeah, it's the same one on the NES.
I like the idea of 4-player. That was quite fun on the Wii U. On the Wii. But it's just a simple cash in to make some more money.
Something I actually noticed about the Wii U is that they made the screen smaller since the last E3. Because I think it was at the last E3, they showed the controller, or is that some conference, and the screen was massive, but they've really sort of scaled it down now.
What's that? The actual control screen?
The screen, yeah.
That's just because that was stupidly hard to control. Think about holding a laptop and then there's some buttons you need to push right in the middle, but you have to hold your laptop.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't seem to work.
I have big hands, ladies, so it would be alright for me.
I could just about get my pinky fingers around the outside of it and I can press any button then. But
it's, I suppose, it's like...
it was just easier to control. What about the Xbox controller that's not an Xbox controller?
Oh right, yeah. That's gonna be Wii U compatible, right? That's what it's designed for.
It's designed for the Wii U.
So what do we need the screen for exactly?
You have this. Apparently, you can only attach one screen controller with it, and then up to 4 normal controllers.
So what the hell do you need the screen controller for then?
Apparently, it enhances single player modes and.
So it's pointless.
A little gimmicky thing where I can imagine a lot of games just having a mini map on it or something like that.
What I imagine now is that what they do is what they did with the Wii is when it comes out they drown in money from it and then nothing comes of it.
Oh yeah. The reason they're making a console now.
Get ahead of the curve. I mean,
while Xbox and Sony aren't bothering.
I'm sure behind the scenes they really are bothering.
They've got something developing, but they're not going to release it for another year or 2.
Oh yeah, not for a while yet.
Not for a couple of years.
I just want it to come out next year.
And they're making a new Wii console because it's a simple cash-in.